I am the Lonely Necron, and welcome to my basement. So, when my friends in the D&D group that I'm a part of about 4 years ago told me that they were getting into Warhammer and that I should get into it also, I kind of resisted for a little while because I didn't really have the money for it. But a friend loaned me the money for a starter box, and I bought some Necrons and started playing. And it was fun. And then I started really buying more units, and then my friends stopped playing me. Now, granted, 8th edition Necrons were amazing. Reanimation, you could just drag them around, and quantum shielding, if you rolled, less than, you didn't take the damage, and Necrons were super, super powerful, and they're still kind of powerful, they're still pretty powerful in 9th edition, but 8th edition, they were just gods. I don't know what they were before that, and they didn't exist when I was playing in 95, so, but, yeah, so, overpowered Necrons. We're going to see how truly overpowered they are. I divided my Chaos forces up into smaller groups and took my new Orc units and my girlfriend's Drukhari units. I'm going to put them all up against small, little, tiny Necron units in a tournament style kind of thing to see who comes out on top. I recently did a video, the first video in this series, where a Chaos Knight got his revenge and stomped his Necron opponent, so we'll see if today's opponent can do the same. We're going to stick with the same battlefield for all of the first 7 initial games. Just a graveyard hilly kind of thing. So for Chaos, I don't want to call these guys my leftover Chaos, but that's what they are. We've got a 10 unit, 10 person unit, 10 woman unit, I don't know, demonettes. Demon Prince of Slanesh, he knows Infernal Gaze and Smite. 10 person unit of Zangors, and then a 5-man unit of Scarab Occult Terminators, and he knows Zinch's Firestorm and Smite. Yeah, I have some faith, but since there's 2 Psychers over here, I felt it was only fair that there be a Catan for the Necron, so their opponents will be this Necron Overlord, 5 Immortals with Tesla Carbines, 3 Scarabs, and a Catan Shard of the Deceiver. He knows Cosmic Insanity and Cosmic Fire. So, the Necrons won the roll-off for deployment. So I'll set that up, and we will start this. This one will be a good one. I think the Catan will probably die, but the Necrons will in the end, prevail. So, I don't know. That's my pre-game prediction. I'll set up deployment, and we'll start this game. Okay, so the Necrons are just all piled up. Not really piled up. Straightened out in a nice little line here with the Catan in the end there. Scarabs, Overlord, and Immortals. And on the far side here, we have the Zangors and the Demonettes all prepared to charge up over the ramparts, as it were. Demon Prince and the Terminators just, I don't know, gonna happily walk up the middle there. I don't know. But we'll head into round 1, Necrons movement. So for the Necrons, everyone just pretty much frantically advanced as far up as they could. They all made it up onto the first level of the hill, but nobody's in sight range, so we'll go on over to Chaos turn 1 movement. So the same thing for Chaos, all of them advancing up onto the hill, except for these Terminators, just taking a Sunday stroll through the graveyard. Still nobody in sight range, so we'll go on over to Necron movement round 2. Well, Necrons shoot well, but they move slow. So the Immortals and the Overlord just moved up closer to the hillside here. The Scarabs actually made it up to this second level, and the Deceiver is just skirting around the edge here, going towards the Demon Prince. He's actually out of Catan range, and nobody is anywhere close to any sight, so Chaos turn 2 movement. Okay, now we're going to see some fighting awesomeness. So the Zangors just advanced as far up as they could. the Terminators just hopped up onto this hillside. The Demonettes advanced way over here in front of the Catan, and the Demon Prince just flew up there. So, yeah, we're totally gonna do some Psychic phase. Alright, so yeah, the Demon Prince failed to cast Smite. There's nobody within shooting range, but the Demon Prince is definitely gonna charge the Catan. Well, I had an in-game prediction, but it's gone now because even though the Demon Prince did successfully charge the Catan, he failed to wound him, and then the Catan turned around and just killed him. So, sad face. But yeah, that'll take us on over to the Necron turn. Yay! Necron turn 3 movement. The Catan shard has moved up closer to these Demonettes. The Scarabs have also moved up closer to the Demonettes. The Overlord did my will be done on these guys, and they advanced forward up to here, and then the Overlord advanced up behind them. So, the Catan will do a Catan shard power. Yeah. I just realized that that sounded kind of creepy. The Deceiver did Cosmic Insanity, which killed 2 of the Demonettes. So that'll take us to my favorite phase, Necron shooting. So the Immortals killed 7 of the Zangors. That'll take us to the charge phase, which will be the Scarabs and the Catan both into the Demonettes. So the Scarabs killed most of them, and then the Catan killed the rest. So, and the remaining Zangors ran away. Yeah, so Terminators, it's up to you guys to kill all of these Necrons. And it is you guys' turn, so yeah, you guys get to move. The Terminators have opted not to move. So we're going to do Tzeentch's Firestorm on those Scarabs. Well, it did go off, and they managed to do 1 wound to the Scarabs. So we'll go to the shooting phase, which will be these guys dumping everything they have into the Scarabs. Well, the Terminators unloaded everything they had into the Scarabs, and they completely killed 2 of them, but 1 of them managed to reanimate. Yeah, I miss the old reanimation. But it's nice that everything pretty much has reanimation now, so they're definitely not close enough to charge, so we'll go on over to the Necron turn movement. Well, the Terminators sure are glad that their enemies are getting closer to them so they can shoot them better, but, you know. So, everybody pretty much advanced as far forward as they could. The Overlord did my will be done on the Immortals, and the Scarabs regained a wound. So, that'll take us to the Catan thing. Well, the Deceiver did Cosmic Insanity, which killed 3 of the Terminators. Yeah, so we'll go to the Necron shooting phase, which will be these Immortals into these 2 remaining Terminators. Well, they managed to kill a Terminator. It's kind of sad. I'm not gonna have the Scarabs charge in, so yeah, we'll go to the last remaining Terminators, probably last turn. He's not going to move, and he will do Tzeentch's Firestorm on these Immortals over here. So he killed an Immortal with Tzeentch's Firestorm. He doesn't actually have a gun. And he's not really in range to charge, so that makes it the Necron turn. So nobody advanced, already just gently moved forward. The Catan is going to try and do Cosmic Fire. So the Deceiver killed the Terminator with Cosmic Fire. Well, yeah, in retrospect, maybe adding a Catan to try and counter out 2 Psychers was a bad idea. But my original choice for that space was a Hexmark Destroyer, so I don't know. I also didn't expect the Demon Prince to die that quickly to said Catan. I always forget just how badass Necron Catan really are. Maybe the next time I'll just have a Catan by itself against a bigger army. Or all four of the Catan against all Chaos or something. That's actually a good idea for a future video. Maybe we'll do that. If you made it this far, I appreciate you watching. And, well, I would apologize for some of my banter, but nah, I don't do that kind of thing. Again, I appreciate you watching. Have a good day.